Welcome back everybody to R44's YouTube. It's Thursday morning here in London, England, and it's raining bad. But without further ado, we've got a drop top G83 M4 here. Obviously the cab's on because it's been raining. But this is the first time we fit an exhaust to a G83 here at R44. We've seen some customers over in the US that have done it, but it's something we wanted to do for quite a while because obviously this car, when the drop top is down, you want to hear the noise. So we're going to get in the car after, put some GoPros on the inside and showcase how it sounds and go from there. But let's quickly walk through the system. Obviously you've seen it before on our channel, but we just want to run through it again. But first of all, we've got a new product here that I want to show you. So if you don't want a new exhaust system, or you're a lover of a mid-pipe, we don't have the mid-pipes here in the UK because of the OPF issues that we have, but these are the new M Performance style tips, slash cut, looking beautiful. We've got an install guide coming for these very soon where we showcase how to just cut the stock tip. It's actually the exact same as the M Performance install guide, but these are now live on the website, so if you want to cut the chase, get it, you can download the M Performance install guide online and it's all there. But they're really nice, slash cut, matte finish on the inside, M Performance logo, gloss carbon covers. Can't beat it really, and really good value for money. So if you're going for a mid-pipe option and you need some tips, that is a great option. Otherwise, if you want a full system to get rid of your back box, save some weight. So this system is 16 kg, our UK stock system's 36 kg. So it's again 20 kg saved straight away from just changing the exhaust, as well as you're getting improved sound. But let's quickly run through the system from the start. Obviously you've got these beautiful pipes, extremely lightweight with a full machined kind of flange is what it's called. To the downpipes you get really clean connection, the gaskets sit in there really nicely. Those moves on to the mid pipe, so you can see on our mid pipe here we've got two resonators, so the bullet resonators, they really kind of remove any drone. You don't get any drone actually with our system. When you're running kind of just the stock downpipes. It's only when you run catless, when the valves are open, you start getting drone, which is understandable because it's near on a full straight through. And we've got a H pipe. This removes a lot of like the raspiness and a few little issues that come. We're actually doing some really cool testing coming up in the very near future on my car of some new mid-pipe options, just because we've had this system for a year now and we want to kind of look at some new options that we kind of looked at when we first launched the system, but we want to look at them again as we learn more and more about the G80 platform. So yeah, coming out the mid-pipe, you come to these two link sections, which are kind of squashed here for around the diff. This is just to be able to keep the system nice and high, because these new BMWs, the G42, is very low to the ground. So going over speed bumps in the city, you kind of had scraping issues and stuff like that. So that's kind of the two link pipes, and then it comes to the back box. Again, the back box is super lightweight. Simple, dual valves like the stock system. These host the standard valve controllers, so you just change them over. A point to look out for, what we'll have to do sometimes in the assembly is just looking if your valve connection faces the floor. So when you connect your valve, and if that is facing the floor of the downpipe, recommend just taking these two out, swapping them around. We will showcase this. It's the odd system that goes through our kind of quality control that hasn't been swapped around. It does happen sometimes as we're pushing to get these out, and we prioritize quality checking the welds, making sure there's no gas leaks and things like that. So yeah, that is something to look out for, but that is the back box. Two valves, you know, they're really nice. You can't really complain. And then when the valves are closed, goes through the back box and really resonates. We'll show you today obviously how much it resonates. Other than that, when the valves are open, pretty much straight through. Then it comes to our carbon tips, which have our printed logo on them. These tips are really nice. You know, we've had no issues with them. They do go a bit of a gold color, which is quite cool after lots of heat. So if you do like a lot of track days, they do golden up a little bit, but that's just the material as it kind of changes color with heat. These are the OPF connections. So for the EU market, especially the guys in the UK, these are what you need. This connection and these ports here are a must for the UK and EU cars to remove any faults from the OPF kind of filters here for emissions. But in the US, all we do is we cap that off. That will be closed, and that's all you need to worry about. Just put the system on, make sure there's no gases flowing from there, and you'll have no problems at all. But yeah, that's pretty much a quick overview of our system. Again, the main kind of pros of the system are just the lightweight. the deeper tone being titanium, and then obviously we removed as much raspiness and things like that as possible, keeping it an OEM setup. A lot of people ask why I didn't go for a 2-to-1 setup. We kind of just wanted to make a system like, if you look at Acura, Remus, Miltech, we've all kind of gone for the OEM fitment because that is what the mass market kind of requires. Long term, we might look at a 2-to-1 system, but for now, we're going to play around with that mid pipe, do some X pipes, some different filters. We've obviously got a non-resonated system coming as well, but I don't think you really need it. But yeah, without further ado, let's get the car up in the air, strip it down, get the OPF connections plugged in, get the system built, and let's get out on the road for a road test. We'll throw some GoPros in while we do a road test. Again, if you are getting it installed at your workshop, recommend they do a road test, make sure there's no vibration, because if it's your first time fitting it, they might have not pushed a pipe fully in, and then it might vibrate on a mid pipe, or like the mid brace that's halfway down the car. But other than that, let's get cracking. Underneath the car, we're doing the final bits, and you can see this valve I mentioned earlier about the valves facing downwards. Some people, it's down to us, realistically. It's down to us in our quality check. We are working on it, making sure that they always switch around. But if you have received one like this, I just want to make sure to prevent any issues. See, this doesn't reach for a reason, so that kind of tells you there's something wrong. So all you do is unscrew your valve, but you can do this before you put the valve on. Take this off. This is called a coil spring. So this reduces any vibration in the valve. So it's quite a good spring. We use them on all our valves. And then you just take these two 10 mils out, swap it around, just like that. Again, always hand tight just to make sure. Go again, put the valve back in. Make sure your valve spring's seated in the slots. And if you push it in, you'll see that it will pop into the kind of a bracket of such. It's well worth just threading these in one thread, because they are only a 2mm stainless, so they will strip if you try and, there you go. So well, I'll tighten those now. But you can see now, all you need to do is this next step. So that fits in lovely, tucks in there. These valves, obviously for the stock valves, so all you do is, we're using a nail, I'll use a screwdriver because it's more professional. So you get in there, just open up this connection on both sides. And it's mainly just to be able to turn around the valve this valve connection housing. Not a problem. That unclips. You can double check that this is the direction you need to plug it in. So we have the clip obviously facing outwards. It's important for removal. Turn the direction of the cable. Clip that back in. Make sure it's nice and sealed. If you have damaged it, just put some tape on it. That was a good exit of the screwdriver. Just put some tape on it to make sure, but you shouldn't damage it. Yeah, let's just tighten that up nicely. So, simple as that. That fits in there. Hear that clip, your valve, it's perfect. And that's it, easy as that. So I just wanted to showcase that. That is a kind of common area that people get a bit confused, but it's super simple and easy to do. Anyways, let's get this finished up and let's meet you on the road. Alrighty, we are back in the car and we are heading out of HQ. We've got the roof down. So this is comfort mode, roof down, and the sun's out in London. We started off, it was a little bit rainy this morning. But yeah, let's have a little look. Watch my hair, Jesus. Yeah, comfort mode. Let's put it into sport mode. We're now on a test drive, so we'll just run it round. We've got like a little circuit, one-way system that we run round. The main thing is going over speed bumps, get any vibration through the system before the customer takes it away. Can you hear those? So we're getting hit speed bumps as hard as we can of such to get as much vibration through the car, make sure there's no like rattles on the system, as well as getting on the cars here in the UK with OPFs, making sure that there's no OPF leaks, everything's tight, as well as the technology is working as it should be. And that triggers pretty quickly after they're fitted, as long as you get it up through the rev range, so it's important. So we'll see. Wow, you can hear it now, so that sounds good. We're just in some nice traffic, but wow, what a lovely day. Spec on this car, so it's black interior, it's got full carbon pack, and black on black leather, which looks amazing. So pull off here onto our little test strip. So thankfully we've been blessed with a road with a load of speed bumps. You can just hear the crackles. So just head out onto the bumps. No rattle or anything. So you can hear all that. So let's see, let's get back into efficient now. Quiet as anything. We still get a really nice tone, obviously, as the car is roofless, literally. We're back to sport mode. Little crackles, so we're near the end of the bumps. No rattles or anything, so that's one thing you make sure if you're fitting it at home, just run it around. Make sure you listen out for anything. Get a nice rasp through there. So it's all good. No noises abnormal. Just go. Now we're on to like a 50 zone, so we can get it up to speed. So we're there you go. You know, through the revs, no warning lights or anything is what you're looking for. Of course, we haven't got anything here, so that kind of just shows if you're on the UK market, that would trigger any issues, any boost leaks, or vacuum leaks through the OPF connections. Crackles. Hopefully you can pick it up, the camera. You've got really nice crackles. Let's get these indicators off. But yeah, there it is. Quick install of the exhaust. Doesn't take too long. You've got weight saving, you've got the noise. And the customer's going to enjoy it. As always, everybody, like, subscribe, share, hit that bell button, and look out for the next one.